Hey guys, welcome back to another Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links video. So we have a really interesting discovery here, courtesy of XOF, our main data miner in the Duel Links community. We have a look at the next upcoming box set, which is coming out in 3 days or so. So you're going to want to definitely try to pull on this one, especially if you're a new player. I get asked so often from new players, because a lot of people are always joining the game, of course, and it can be really confusing these days if you join today to understand which box you should pull on. I mean, I started whenever there was only 2 boxes, so I can definitely understand how it would be confusing now that they're pumping out boxes left and right. But this is a really good box. I mean, it's basically featuring some reprints alongside some new cards, of course. So here's the thing. It features old, really good staple cards from the previous box sets, such as Fear Karibo, such as Super Rush Headlong, such as Mirror Wall. Those are all really good cards, right? They come and go as being tech-in options in certain decks, but again, there are a lot of cards that people would want and would snipe older box sets for, and now you kind of no longer have to do that, right? I would basically say that's basically the best way, because you also have a chance at pulling at some new cards. I'd say that's the best way to get some of these cards that are in this box set. Again, this comes out in 3 days. Hope you guys enjoy this. Subscribe to this channel if you are new. And speaking of subscriptions, make sure that you do subscribe. And I'm going to do it here live for you guys, because I already did it, but it is what it is. To the Duel Links Reddit for more Duel Links data mines and stuff like that. Really cool community, a lot of cool guys here. That being said, let's check out a lot of the cards in the pack. We can pretty much see all of them, I believe. So, all right. I don't know every card off the top of my head, but I can definitely tell you a lot of them. So we have Kunai with Chain, we have the Fire Monarch, we have another Dark World card, we have Dark Horus. Wow, Sonic Bird and Sphere Karibo are possible URs on this. Okay. That's actually a pretty solid set. It kind of makes me salty. I'm not gonna lie to you. It makes me salty because I went to the other box set to get like Sonic Bird 3 times and Sphere Karibo 3 times. I just wish I was more patient, because I never thought this would be a thing. But it's a good thing, right? I'm not mad at it. But I do want to see Dark Horus really quick. I just want to pull up the card's effect, because I know we got Dark Nephthys, and he wasn't all that, at least not in my opinion. Once per turn, after resolving a spell card that was activated during your opponent's main phase, you can target one level 4 dark monster in your graveyard, special summon that target. This must be faced up on the field to activate and to resolve this effect. Okay, after resolving a spell card that was activated during your opponent's main phase. So I have to trigger a spell card during my opponent's main phase, which means it would have to be a quick play card, if I'm understanding that properly. And then afterwards, I can target one level 4 dark monster in my graveyard. It has to be 4, it doesn't say lower. And special summon that target. That could be cool in a mill deck, right? Really need that Dark Creator, by the way. So he's not a bad card. He just doesn't play the same way as regular Horus, right? But he doesn't have to go through that whole level up spiel. So he's cool. I like him. That's Soul Release. That's such an old card. Oh man, and of course, this Dark World support allows you to draw into another card. I remember that. We have Wonder Balloons, which is older. It's Chart of Greed, Order to Charge. These are all tech-in cards, or cards that would be cool in farm decks. Monster Reincarnation, Wild Tornado, Zing Zang Hu, which is a cool card, alongside Sergeant Electro. 2 of the potentially most controlling cards that you can run in these decks in this game, right there next to each other. We have Magician's Circle, I believe that card is called. We have Psychic Support, some ninjas. We have the Clowns, Muka Muka. Wow, Kazajin, Suijin, and Sangha are added as well. And they put it in Desert Sunlight, I believe this card is, at the very bottom, in the bottom right. So some farm deck cards, which is cool. It shows that they're aware of, certain farm archetypes that we use to get through their events. Let's go ahead and pull up. Is this the same one? I think it's the same box. It was. Let's pull up the next one. Okay. We already looked at that. And what's over here? Oh, okay. So Senju is on there. Soul Exchange is there too. Soul Exchange is really good, considering the viability of Hazy Flame, which is, oh my god, I'm so mad that I went to get 3 copies of all those cards. So, oh man. I don't regret it, because I liked making the decks that I made at the time months in advance, right? But this is such a good box for a lot of these cards. If you don't own them, or you own like 1 copy or 2 copies, you need that extra one or whatever. 7 Tools is okay. Magic Drain is well, it's one of the better what's the word? Negating cards in the game. Divine Wrath could be useful, but it never, in my opinion, really had much viability. It still can be a solid tech-in card. I know that whenever I see that card, it pisses me off, because, like, who the hell even uses Divine Wrath anymore? Maybe it'll be more viable now that it's in a newer box set. So we already pulled that one up. And then that was the last one, actually. So, yeah, okay. Selection box, volume 1 comes January 12th. So, yeah, that's cool, man. Look at that. February to January. That's almost a year's difference between the time that this box set and this box set came out. So that's what I mean when I say, like, hey, newer players, it's hard to discern what to pull on. So, this is actually a really good time to join the game because we have a box like this. And not to overstate the box. That's the thing. I don't want to overstate the box because its newer cards aren't so great. Like, I want to pull up Soul Release. I think that one allows you to remove 5 cards from the graveyard. 5 cards in your opponent's graveyard. Target up to 5 cards in any graveyard and banish them. Yeah, really, really old. Look at that uncensored art. Really, really old card. This was like one of the original cards, I believe, in the first starter decks. So it's been a really long time since I've seen that card. But again, it's not like super busted like a box, but it's a really, really good box. So definitely, guys, if you're, like I said earlier, if you're missing out on some cards that are coming out in this set, make sure that you pick up on this. And I kind of want to make sure that I cover some of the newer cards. Let's go ahead and check out Kunai with Chain. It's not so great, but we'll check it out really quick. We need some of the other Kunai cards, but then again, we need more Red Eye support, so kind of ties into that a little bit. So anyways, activate one or both of these effects simultaneously. When an opponent's monster declares an attack, target the attacking monster, change it to defense position. So first and foremost, it allows you to do something security orb-esque, change it to defense position or enemy controller. More so security orb because the trap comparison. Target one face-up monster you control, equip this card to that target, and it also gains 500 attack. So here's the thing. This is a really, really good card for one specific scenario. It's really good for turning the tide of a battle. Say, for example, you have a monster that's not powerful enough to get over the opponent's monster. Of course, you're able to switch them to defense position, and offensive monsters typically have less defense for this exact reason. And then, you switch them to defense mode, and then you're also able to get over them by the attack gain that you get from this card if you weren't already able to get over them anyway, just due to the innate attack difference anyway. Is that Rude Kaiser? What's his name? I forget his monster name, but yeah. So it's not a bad card. It's definitely a cool card to have. I just wish it was a quick play card. I don't believe Metamorph is though, but still, it's kind of like Metamorph, but not exactly the same thing. See, the thing is, it could still be activated in the damage step. So since it can be activated in the damage step by being a trap card, it should be fine. But I want to say, feel free to correct me if I am mistaken on Kunai with Chain's activation timing. If it can't be activated in the damage step, that will impact its overall viability. So this one is named Thermos, the Monarch, I believe. Hermanos, something like that. What is this? Like, something like that. Well, there he is anyway. I just saw his card image, so we're going to pull him up. Let me go back. Something like that. Vestalos, the Firestorm. There we go. Super old card, too. I remember, I believe he had a structure deck. If this card is tribute summon, discard one random card from your opponent's hand. Then, if it was a monster, inflict damage. So, burn effect. Okay, that's all right. So, what this is mainly good for is not for its burn effect. It's for the discard of the opponent's card. So, you can just say, hey, I'm just going to get rid of your monster or whatever you have. That could be a Sphere Karibo. That could be a part of their combo. It could be anything. That's really good. But, of course, he has to be tribute summon to take effect of that. And the game is starting to move more towards special summoning and things of that nature. So it can struggle, in that scenario. But it's not going to be a bad card by any means. Again, it's just going to be interesting to see how this card gets teched into the game, because he's not strong enough innately to deal with a lot of threats that would come, because 2400 just isn't enough. But I guess you could use that Bastion field spell that allows you to get the Lava field spell out there, or the Bastion skill that allows you to start with Molten Destruction out there, so you can get the extra like 500 attack or whatever. I'm curious as to what that last card is, because I want to cover it, but I don't know what that last card's name is. Right at the top. This one, the other SR in this picture. That's kind of annoying, but feel free to let me know in the comments. I'm sorry, I do want to cover it. I just don't know what that one's called. So anyways, thank you guys for tuning in. Again, a really good box, especially for new players. If you're a vet and you've kind of done what I did, that maybe it isn't the most appealing. Like, I don't plan on going ham on this box for one exact reason. This is going to give me very bad Dokkan vibes, in that what'll happen is I'm going to pull on this box and I'm going to pull a lot of copies of cards that I already have. And it's going to be like, oh, okay, well, I'm not looking for any of these. It's not even a new card. So, yeah. All right. Anyways, thank you guys for tuning in. Hope you guys enjoyed this. Subscribe if you're new. I'll catch you guys in the next Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links video. This comes out in 3 days. Take it easy, guys.